Welcome back to Weekly Schpiel. Welcome back to Weekly Schpiel. Yada yada blah blah blah. Time for Margaret's Weekly Spiel. Greetings and salutations. This is Margaret Franklin from Margaret Franklin Creations as I leave the house and head over to the post office to mail Jean Bennett her quilt. She has ordered the Coney Island quilt from my Carousel Art trilogy. So I am debating as to whether or not to make another Coney Island quilt to replace the one that's been sold, so we still have a complete trilogy in case anyone needs to buy one. However, at the moment I've got several other quilts on the go, at least 3. One that I haven't touched since 2016, I think it's called the Imagination Quilt. It was one of the last of the Design Your Own Carousel Horses quilts. I haven't done any of those workshops like that in a long time. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my new Facebook group, Things That Didn't Happen in the Usual Way, where I tell you stories about unusual things that have happened in my life and expect other people who join the group to do likewise. Just share a tale of how God intervened in a supernatural way to help you get what you needed or be in the right place at the right time. And I was going to say that it is infinitely easier for people to find a new place to live when they want to move rather than when they have to. Like, obviously these people who are in the apartment that we wanted must have money, because the reason they're moving is because they want a bigger place. And the people who have lived beneath us below have moved for other reasons too. When Jay and Desiree moved downstairs, they moved out because her mother died and she inherited their house. And I'm kind of distracted about what this car is doing here, so I'm trying to concentrate here. And then Brent Armitage moved in downstairs. He got to move out because he bought himself a house. He managed to save the money. He had money. We don't. If we have to rely on filling out applications, we are basically screwed, chewed, and barbecued because our credit rating sucks, our monthly income combined sucks, and we don't own a freaking cell phone. I am not the most tech-savvy tool in the shed. I had to ask CMHA to help me fill out my form, and it still wasn't good enough. We still didn't qualify. If we have to qualify based on what we fill out in our forms, we are screwed. The only way we can find an apartment if somebody we know happens to know someone who knows something. I just have to remind myself, we are not screwed. God knows the situation and He has a place for us. And I was going to tell you the story today about how I got my apartment back in Lindsay. Back in 1990, I moved into 40 Peel Street, and I wasn't looking for a place. A friend of mine, several friends of mine, told us it was available. There was a house where a few of our other friends lived. Lance lived in the front apartment. Ken and Vicky moved into the side one, and Bob moved into the one at the back, and I moved into the one in the middle. So here we had one big happy family, one Christian community, and I had my first place of my own for my first time, rather than just renting a room. And I hadn't been looking for it, but it was available, and I was encouraged to go for it. And I lived there from September of 1990 until August of 1994. And you've heard about our exodus to Toronto. I shared the story yesterday about how Jeanette and I were locked out of my apartment and the door was stuck and I couldn't get it open. And that day we just looked at each other and decided, hey, let's move to Toronto. The details of that story are on my Facebook page, Things That Didn't Happen in the Usual Way. Woo, woo. I suppose you're probably getting annoyed with my cheesy theremin solo, so I will quit talking for now, and I am off to Money Mart to pick up my pay for this quilt and the post office to send it to her. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching Weekly Spiel. Bye-bye. Be back soon.